Tech and playing a few games with my deck I have on Pokemon Online. If you guys don't know what the deck is right now by looking at it, it's a Ross or Lock Unicorn Valplus Lock deck. It's the deck where you go down. It's a slower deck, and you try to get into a position where you set up a bunch of things, and your opponent cannot take a prize, and you just sweep them. I'll explain exactly how it does that throughout just talking about this deck, and I'll play a few games with it. So hope you guys enjoy. So looking at this deck, first thing on here is Pichu. Now Pichu sets up. Actually, I should probably explain the rest of the deck. First of all, this deck, like I said, trying to lock it. It goes behind, and once it goes behind, it tries to set up for Uniclus, Vileplume, and then a way to finish. Either Donphan, Zekrom, or Suicune Legend. Now, Vileplume, it does a trainer lock, so it doesn't let your opponent do much once that you get it out. No catchers, no rare candies, no communications, all that stuff. Reuniclus has an ability which damage swap, which lets you move damage whenever you want from one Pokemon to another. So it's only your Pokemon. So practically, if you can get a Pokemon that can never get one-shotted, then you can always move damage off of it, so it'll never get knocked out. Now with Vileplume, it's hard for your opponent to try to hit anything other than active. Like, there's Yanmega, but that only does 40 with linear attack, so they usually cannot one-shot anything once you set up the lock. As for attackers, Donphan is a good way of, it's a good one. It has 120 HP, its body, damage done to it is reduced by 20, and it's a stage 1, so it can get set up fairly easily, and it takes 140 damage to knock out, 160 with like a lightning type, so it can take a lot of damage, and it usually doesn't get one-shotted, so it's a good finisher. Our other one is Zekrom, which we don't have, well, we have Rainbow, so we could Volt Strike, but the main point is to use Outrage. With Reuniclus, you can move damage whenever you want and however you want, so you can usually put it so Outrage has just enough to one-shot them, so it's cool to do manipulating damage tricks with Reuniclus onto Zekrom. And our other finisher is Suicune Legend, which practically just, it's 160 HP, first attack 2 water, 1 colorless, it does 100 snipe, return 2 water energy to your hand, or does 1 fire, 2 colorless, does 80 and they're burned. It's 160 HP, so once I set it up, unless it is weakness, which you probably won't set it up then, you probably just win at that point, because you do really awesome attacks and they don't one-shot you. To set this all up, because this is a lot, you use Pichu, which Playground lets you search your deck for a bunch of basics, and you usually want to get two Slowest, 2 Oddish, because you don't want them catching up and knocking out your stuff, or like sniping it with Yanmegas. You also Clefai's 1-up just to shuffle draw effect. This deck has Blissey, which is also a healer. Practically Blissful Nature heals all damage, all Pokemon with damage on it, and then you discard the energy. But with Uniclus, you can manipulate, so you put it on Pokemon without energy, so you heal all the damage off, but don't discard any energy. It's just complete upside, and it's good. The only thing that's missing from this deck is Tropical Beach, which is not on Pokemon Online right now. So that's a card that you'd add in real life. I've played with it, it works really well. Trainer lines, just trainer line. Communications, Rare Candy. The unique communication, you play 26 Pokemon, so you'll always hit with it. Rare Candies to set up your Vileplumes, maybe Uniclus. Trainer Sportline's very basic. Collectors get stuff. Taunt, so you don't deck at the end because games can go long, and Shuffle Draw effect. Sages is just search through your deck for whatever you need. Seekers just to bring Pokemon back, just so you don't have to, like, if they have a lot of damage on it, you can just Seeker it up, save damage. Twins, you like always get behind, so Twins is a really good way to catch up to them. Energy, 4 Rainbows, just so you can use Zekrom, SCL. Get maybe Blissey, or Retreating for stuff. Rainbows, so you can use Donphan, SDL, maybe Zekrom, and Fightings are for Zekrom. So, like I said, this deck usually goes behind, sets up all these Pokemon, and will just make a huge turnaround and win the game, hopefully. I'll do a few games to demonstrate that against different matchups. So, see you guys there. Yeah.